Scott Shifflett, Zoey Starks, Challenger of the Month. What is her percent chance that she does have Rhea Ripley's best match? This bitch ain't winning, but she did have Rhea's best match in this title reign. What say you?
Yeah, I can see them having a good match. The problem is with Zoey, like you said, like she has no chance of winning. They haven't really built much with her. Like she won a battle royal to be number one contender. They've had some run-ins backstage. But like I really did like the promo this past Monday on Raw where like it was her and Shayna Baszler in the Judgment Day locker room. That built up more heat in that 30 seconds than they did for the match the whole time. They're trying with Zoey Stark. I'm glad they're trying with like different women, but I'm just really not feeling it right now with Zoey Stark. Like I don't know, she's missing something, and I can't put my finger on what it is.
Well, ever since getting called up around the Trish stuff, I think she's been used for a mid-card woman pretty well. You know, they don't really invest in them. They really just kind of throw them on main event and just kind of let them fumble around and not do much. With her, they invested a lot of time with Trish. Instantly out of Trish, Shayna Baszler was looking for something to do, and they kind of stuck these two together in a tag team that probably will win the tag titles eventually. I kind of dig what they've been doing with Zoey, despite not really doing much with her, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I don't know. That whole Trish Becky feud really soured me with like everyone. I just think it ran for too long, and I don't know. Trish wasn't her best in that feud, but I know that's another tangent for another day. I know Zoe's a good wrestler. I saw her in NXT. I liked what she did in NXT. I think they're going to have, maybe like a 10 to 12 minute match, but it's probably going to be one of the best that Rhea's had because I did not like her matches with Raquel.
All right, so she had the Raquel match, she had the Zelina match, she had the Raw and Natty match, which was probably her best singles match outside of the Charlotte WrestleMania match. The Raquel match was kind of a miss. They're building to a Nia match. They had the 5-way that was pretty okay at Crown Jewel. And then I assume that Zoe's first and then Shayna's second at the Rumble.
Yeah, that's how I feel. And I do say I did like that Zelina match at Backlash. Like that really shocked me at how I know her other member of LWO, like Rey Mysterio versus a Giant. That's what it sort of felt like with that. So I really enjoyed that. But yeah, Zoe just feels like the challenger of the month. She'll get shuttled back, and I can see them winning like the women's tag title. Either is there a December pay-per-view or is it just straight to the Rumble?
Straight to the Rumble.
Just straight at the Rumble. So I can see them maybe winning it a couple weeks before the Rumble. I think they work better as a tag team.
They'll probably build to a big match on Raw at the start of January, I assume. That could be Shayna, but I assume that she gets the Rumble spot because they want to put Rhea in a match. She's not going to be in the Rumble,
No, she's not. Who do you see Rhea facing at Mania?
Becky Lynch.
Yeah, because they did that tease a couple months ago now with them facing each other off. And it'd be nice because Becky kind of feels like she's been doing the John Cena when he had the U.S. Open Challenge with facing like all these wrestlers and making them look credible.
In the mid card, she's doing her thing to establish the mid card. But I think she's been on a kind of heater since this Trish feud.
Yeah, once she got away from that, she's been great.
Yeah, the NXT run, even the blow off with Trish, the go home with Zoe. She's been doing a lot of good stuff. Even recently with Zaya and Indy that are not really that good, but she's made decent, matches within them. So this ain't about Becky though, but I do think that Becky has a chance to win the Rumble and face Rhea Ripley. Maybe they give Jade a spot here against Rhea, but I highly doubt it. That just doesn't feel like it fits yet.
Well, that's a whole nother thing. Jade was all over the screen, and then we haven't seen her, and it feels like almost a month.
Yeah, well, maybe they kind of saw a little, like, maybe this girl needs a little more fine tuning at the PC, and we'll get to her. Low-key, I thought she might have a chance to be Becky Lynch in the War Games, but I assume that they're kind of tuning her up for the Rumble because that makes the most sense, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, it really does. Have her be like number 30 or something. Yeah. I can see her and Charlotte facing each other at Mania.
Charlotte and Bianca, but we're talking about Mania and the Rumble here, buddy. That's all we got to say about this match, Shifflett. So I think the goal here, and I think the percentage in the high is this is Rhea's best match since Charlotte.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I really like that Selena match, so I think it may be in between those. But that just shows, like, I've enjoyed what's been going on with WWE, but it seems like Rhea's like she's being pulled in too many directions, and some stuff falls to the wayside. Like she's the leader of Judgment Day. And like with all the stuff with Drew McIntyre, but then this stuff, like with her feud for the women's title, it's like falling to the wayside. Like they just have this random challenger. Like I said, she ran into each other once or twice. It's just like, oh yeah, like, you're playing SmackDown versus Raw like 2006, and it's like, oh, some random person is like facing the world champion this month in your career mode. But that's sort of what it feels like.
It's kind of the deal, but whatever. I think Rhea's still on the ascend to be the biggest woman in this division, and I do think she'll get there. She's a stud, but I think the Judgment Day stuff does a lot for her too, to kind of just to build her up or whatnot.
Yeah, I do. I think she might have passed Charlotte, to be honest, in like popularity within WWE and definitely worldwide, because most people just know her from TikTok. So like I think it's like Becky #1, Rhea like 1A or 1B, whichever one we do it, and then Charlotte's 2, because it feels like after that Mania match, she's just comes, has a match, gone for 3.5 months.
So she's big on the TikTok goth world, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You stumble across those hashtags a lot, Schiff?
Oh no, I'm just saying what I've like read about.
Sure. All right,
I'm
brother.
banned from TikTok.
That's it. All right, Schiff. That's it for this one, buddy. I'm sure we'll see you on another one. Who's winning? Rhea, 100%?
Oh, Rhea, 100%.
Yeah, it's easy. I didn't even have to ask. Go with those saying. But all right, Schiff. It was good seeing you, buddy. We'll see you on the next one, pal.
All right, see you, man.